Hi guys, it's Awakaris once again, and I bring you some fresh roster moves from Valorant. The first one will be God B left big, and not only did left big, he also retired from Valorant. He's going to return to Counter-Strike as the new head coach of Big Clan. So God B is one of the most experienced players in all of esports. If you don't know, I think he's 35 years old. He had a big and successful career in CS:GO. Then he switched to Valorant. He also had a decent career in Valorant. He achieved challengers, etc. But after the performance of challengers, which wasn't the best by Big Clan, he decided to retire from Valorant, and he's going to move as the head coach from Counter-Strike, which was his first love and probably still the game he loves the most. Second, we have recent uh, some recent news for Sentinels. Shazam said in one of his live streams that he would love to have a coach that would take some of the burden from him. It is a news from Valorant Zone, a Brazilian media outlet. He said that on a stream that Shazam said that they had two different coaches. They were working with them, but the buyouts from the orgs were just too big, and maybe because they see how much Sentinels paid for tens, they ask ridiculous prices for their buyouts. At least that's Shazam opinion, right? We don't know who those two coaches were, right? They said he worked with another coach during stage one, so said he would love to have a coach to help him because he has his days full with practice. Then he still has to put extra time to code reviewing and entry strat, do the job that a coach does, right? So he said he would love to have a coach to take some of the heavy burden from him. He also said a little bit about the criticism that Sentinels and other big teams face about streaming. Right? He said he is the only person on the team that does consistently stream, right? And so it's easy to watch him and blame him and say he's streaming too much instead of practicing, etc. Which I agree with him. And instead he said like he could pass his free time like watching anime, like playing League of Legends, any other game, and no one would notice, which is true. And I'd rather a player like be streaming and playing the game, which is paid to play, right, than just not streaming at all, because most people think, okay, this guy is not streaming, so he should be like working or playing offline, etc. It's not usually as it works, right? Normally, it doesn't mean just because you're not streaming, it doesn't mean you are working or you are like just playing Valorant. So you can be doing a lot of other things that people don't know you, but because they don't know you, they can just you. So it's easy to judge the people who stream. So in that regard, I completely agree with Shazam. And he also said that pro players should stream and invest in their mark. I agree. Like you as a pro player, the more followers you have, the bigger your brand is, the better it is for you and for the teams, right? Because if teams are, and maybe people don't know this, but like if teams are indecisive like between two pro players, right? They are two pro players for the same position. They are the same quality, right? And one has a very big brand is going to bring a lot of followers, sponsorship, etc. And the other is not that well known, etc. It didn't work that his brand as well. Uh, Probably what's going to happen is the one who has the bigger brand, a well-worked brand, is going to bring a lot of followers and money and sponsors to the team is going to be picked up, right? And he says so it would be fool of me to like just throw away $1 million. I don't know if it's million, but it's certainly a big amount of dollars. So I completely agree with Shazam. In the topic of money, still we have Zomps that recently said in the stream that Riot took some of the prize pool from champions that was supposed to go to the teams to help in the tournament costs, right? Some people were speculating that is this true? Is it not? It was a little bit a question mark there, but now Nuki also said that Riot took some of the money from the teams, right? Let me see what he says here. So he said that someone during a stream asked him what he thought about Riot taking some of the part of the prize money for the teams in order to basically sustain some of the costs of the COVID-19 and etc. from the tournament. And he said he hadn't received any of the prize money from last year. and it said he is going to receive maybe only 1 month. He's going to receive this month, maybe, or maybe next month. So that's what told to him. But I don't. It said like it's a little bit upsetting and etc. But in general, people are not agreeing, and I can see why, right? I can see why, right? So because that's a big prize pool, etc. And obviously, when you're saying you're gonna get that amount of money, you want to get that amount of money, right? So let's see how this is going to unfold. Probably why it's going to make amends and give them the full price. That in my opinion, that would be the right move. Then we have, let's see, another tweet from Lambo, where Zump says that he doesn't that Riot took some of the prize money from champions, etc., because of the cost of the tournament, etc. And we gonna do a little bit of the recap of what happened in the Champions Tour, the first open qualifier for stage 2. So we had Energy going through. Energy played a really good qualifier. Fashion 1 also were really good, but they were beaten here by Energy. Knights, they also had a good upper bracket. They lost to Energy. Eventually T1 didn't have a good tournament overall. Like they lost to Knights. Okay, Knights is a very good team, one of the best teams in North America. FaZe Clan also make it through, so props to FaZe Clan. Once again at the top, at the tier 1 of Valorant in North America. They defeated Sentinels to 1, and this was like the start of Sentinels. Didn't look good here against the crew. It was a bit shaky, but the last map was good by them. This was still a very close series, but FaZe Clan was the better team in here, right? And then you have Knights losing to 100 Thieves. TSM eventually defeated 100 Thieves, and finally we have TSM at the tier 1 event after a long time. They're going to be attending the stage 2 of Challengers, so that's great for the sport in general, because TSM, even if you don't like it, you like to meme it, and I like to meme a lot about TSM. They bring a lot of viewership, money, sponsors, etc. And so I'm also sure that Riot is very happy, right? Then tier 1, that's for me is probably the biggest disappointment of the tournament. They lost to NYFU, which was previously Nbox. Now they rebranded to NYFU. So T1 still not able to make a mark and a statement in the Valorant scene, which is sad, because if you know T1 from League of Legends, they are the biggest League of Legends history, right? But in Valorant they have still not yet have the success they I'm sure they desired. Sentinels then defeated NIFU 2-1 and lost Luminosity. Luminosity went to win versus version 1, which was something most people were expecting, right? But great run versus Luminosity, basically requalified for stage 2 challenges. And the thing here that worries me a little bit about Sentinels is like version 1 is playing Wardell as a stand-in, etc., and I'm sure version 1 is going to qualify. I also think Sentinels are going to qualify, but the thing is, when previously you looked at Sentinels to play against Luminosity, let's look at Luminosity, Knights, TSM, FaZe Clan, NRG, you'd say, okay, Sentinels are going to win in like 2-0. Maybe one of those teams takes a map, but it's going to be Sentinels as the heavy favorites. Right now, you see Sentinels versus Luminosity versus TSM, 100 Thieves, FaZe Clan, NRG, version 1, Knights, and you say probably the other team is going to win. I don't see Sentinels as the favorites that much. I don't think Zumps like was the problem. Is this like the move of Kanpeki? I think that's the name. Like, let me check. I don't want to budget. Yeah, Kanpeki. Is this going to be the right move? I don't know. Is it going to change something? I mean, probably. Is it going to be enough? I don't think so. I think it's more of a cultural problem. Like, first of all, they need to get the coach and the analyst like at this level, especially if you are Sentinels, a team that's supposed to winning RW and attending Masters, etc. You need to get a coach. You need to have a coaching staff, a good coaching staff behind you. I don't know, like bringing Kanpeki in, removing Zoms. I don't think that is going to be the move that's going to propel them back to like a championship contending team. I still think they're going to qualify in the second open qualifier, right? I don't know if you have the matches here, but yeah, if you look at the teams, you have 100 Thieves, a few Sentinels, like built by gamers, and take you have four more spots if I'm not mistaken. So let me check. Yeah, you have 4 more spots. So Sentinels in theory should be getting one of these spots, right? So, but yeah, anything can happen, right? But I think Sentinels will qualify. But Sentinels really needs to something needs to change. Like I think the coaching staff, having a coach, a good analyst, maybe also an assistant coach. I don't know if I have the psychologist or someone in that department, but I think that would be also great for them. So something needs to change for Sentinels in my opinion. Yeah, I think that's all for now, guys. I will bring you a video still this week about the a lot of the updated rosters in Brazil. New already said they has all the rosters here, as you can see. So I will bring you a bit about that in the near future, still this week. So yeah, stay tuned for more Valorant content, some more roster changes, and leave it down in the below what you think about the videos, how can I improve, etc. What you think about Sentinels? Will Sentinels be able to be a title contending team? What does Sentinel needs to change? Like, was the problem? What do you guys think? And I will see you all next time. Bye.